Hey guys, xXHayBreHarXx here. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a YouTube background. So in the description for this video I'm going to be giving you this template, and this is what we're going to make. This. So first off we're going to double click on the background, and this will pop up. Now you want to tick off color overlay, go gradient overlay, and whatever color you want. I'm going to do green, so go to a dark green, so about here. Now we're going to go to the other one and go around here. I'm going to make this a bit darker, like that. Now we're going to go style, radial, reverse. That'll make it kind of like this, and so now you're just going to hit OK, and in this green thing we're going to make clouds. So let's go layer, new layer. Okay, go to your swatches and go 90% gray, paint bucket tool, and fill it in. Make sure you're still selecting the layer one. Now we're going to go filter, render, clouds, and this will give you some clouds. And now to make it look like it's behind this, we're going to go to layer one, hit where it says normal, the drop box will appear, and go overlay. So and then that will happen. And if you want less clouds, just go to opacity and just drag it down. I'm going to say about here. That's looking fine. Okay, now we're going to cut these boxes out. So I'm going to find which one. I'm going to cut this one. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to find this one. Sorry. And now go to your lasso tool and go polygonal lasso tool. I don't really know how to say that. Just go where you're going to cut out here. I'm going to cut out here, about here, and then here. Then just make your way back to the first one and get your rubber tool, rasterize it so you can brush it out, and just brush it out. Control D to deselect it, and now you're just going to begin to do this to the other one. So I'm going to do this really quickly. And then now that's done. Control D to deselect and zoom back out. Okay, so now we're gonna begin to customize these layer boxes. So I'm just gonna choose this one. Go to gradient overlay. For the first box, I'm gonna just go here, make it a dark gray, make this a light gray. So about there. A bit higher. That looks alright. Now we're just going to go style, radial, and then we're going to reverse it. So it looks like that. Now, instead of just doing that to all these shapes, you can just go right click on the shape, copy layer style, and just paste it to all the others. Paste, paste, paste. And that's done. Okay. Now that looks a bit crappy, but you can go back into them and customize them again. Just change the scale down, and you can do that, and that'll change the scale down. But I'm not going to do that, as I don't have much time. Okay, now we're going to add some text. I'm going to go xXHayBreHarXx. I'm using the text Xyrod. You can get this from dafont.com. Just going to double click on it and go color overlay so we can see it. Going to go to the mover tool, edit, transform, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Now we're just going to line it up with the left or wherever you want to put it. I'm going to put it around here. That looks good. Okay, now we're going to add some layer style. Gradient overlay, and click on here. Gonna go to the green and make it a dark green, say about maybe here, make it a lighter green there. Now for the next one, I'm gonna make it a light green, say about here. I'm just rushing, and I'm gonna make the angle 0, so it's kind of like dark to light, or if you want it light to dark, you can just reverse it, and that's it. Now go bevel and emboss, and I'm just going to go to this angle here and go top left, so say about there. That looks pretty crap at the moment, so we're just going to change this. Go inner bevel, keep that, just change the size down, change the depth down to about 50. Actually, you know what, let's not do bevel and emboss. Just going to go inner shadow, make this a white, change this, make sure you change this to a white, angle 120, and we're just going to change the opacity down to about there. So there's this nice white finish at the edge. I'm going to go to drop shadow, make it black, and just increase the size. Oh, by the way, make sure the choke's at 100% for the inner shadow. And just make it about there. Yeah, that's right. Just go stroke, see if you like that. Make it 3. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, so the text is done. Now we're going to add a flare. So you can watch a tutorial on how to get flares, optical flares. And okay, now we're just going to, we don't want this black part here, we just want the flare. So we're going to get our eraser tool, click on it, rasterize it so you can brush it out. Change the hardness down to 0 so it's not like a hard edge, and just begin to rub it out. So about here, there. And now there's still a bit more of black stuff left, so you want to go to normal and change it to screen. So now you're just left with a white flare. And now we're going to transform, change it to, and rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag the flare under the text, and we're just going to, I'm going to put the flare just above the X, say around there. I'm going to change the color. You can't just go color overlay, otherwise the black bits will show. So I'm just going to go adjustments, gradient map, make this fully black, and the other color will be your flare color. So I'm just going to, in this case, I'm just going to make it green, say about there. That looks alright. Now we're just going to merge it down to the optical flare. Gonna make a quick brightness adjustment. Yeah, that's it. Merge down, and that will be it. Now I'm going to add some text over here. I'm going to say montages, tutorials, and gameplay, as I do COD videos. Control T to transform, free transform, and we're just going to drag it around about, and click enter, and change it a bit more. So that's looking alright. Now we're going to hold shift and drag it down a bit. Make sure you hold shift as this keeps it in perspective. So now we're just going to copy this layer style, paste it here, and that's going to happen. Now we're going to change the opacity down so you can't really see it, say about there. We want it to like fade in. I'm just going to use this again. Now we're going to go Control J, and that will duplicate this, and we're going to drag that one out to about there. And we're going to change this thing's opacity down even more so you can barely see it. So that's about it. It doesn't look that much the same. I think it's because you need to add a bit more bevel and emboss, but well, thanks for watching, guys. This has been xXHayBreHarXx. I'm out. Latest.